Now, what do you expect from Manchester United next? Because I think back 2 weeks ago, Manchester derby, what a performance. A lot of comments saying this could be something for them to build on heading into next season. Obviously, yeah, at that point, it looked like unlikely that City would still give up the title. Then they went and got beaten by West Brom at home. Yep. So it's consistency what United need more than anything else. Because they have the players, they have the manager, they're through to another cup final here against, we're not sure, Chelsea or Southampton. I mean, what else are they missing?
Well, it's the same thing that's been thrown at Liverpool, possibly. It's just that game management at times. And certain games that Liverpool have lost this year, they should have won. And the same with Man United. You expect... When West Brom, no disrespect to West Brom, when they go to Old Trafford, I'm not expecting anything but a Man United win. You know, you go to certain grounds, certain teams. I know they've got a good record, actually, West Brom at Old Trafford over the last 3 or 4 years.
But an untested manager in Darren Moore getting a result.
But that's where it's the responsibility, not just for the manager, of the players to turn up. All right, it might not be a big, glamorous game. The Man U players seem to turn up for them, but they need to get back to the week-in, week-out games, the ones that win you the league, the ones that they used to do it every season. I mean, seasons gone by when they were winning the league, them games, it was 3 points. They knew it was going to be 3 points. They had to work hard for it. And if you're a top player and you work your socks off, you win more than you lose.
Yeah. You know, Mourinho's spoken about Pogba, hasn't he, recently, that, you know, there is a minimum level that he expects from Pogba. And there's been occasions where he's dropped below that level. And it's the same with the whole side, the club, the team, the results. You know, there is a minimum level that Manchester United should not drop below if they want to be successful. And home against West Bromwich Albion, they dropped below that level. Simple as that. So, you know, that is the aim. And Mourinho has almost built his highly successful career around that. You know, there's the bottom line. We never drop below it. And we, as often as we can, get towards the top end. But we just never drop below that. And it picks you up your regular points. And
I think because they had them leaders over the years, Man United, that could drag you through games, the Roy Keanes, people like, you know, I mean, David Beckham, get you out of a bad day at the office. When I look at Man United now, I don't really see too many of them types of leaders. They probably need one. They probably need someone who's going to grab a game by the scruff of the neck and say, right, I'm not accepting this today, boys. This performance isn't good enough. Let's roll our socks up and get on with it. And especially like games against the likes of the West Broms, them kind of teams. And I think that's for next season, that is something that the manager will definitely be trying to bring into the team.
Is there anybody you can think of that can fit that role?
Leaders, they're hard to come by nowadays in the modern era.
I mean, you can have a leader, but when you have so many egos in the dressing room, surely it'll be harder. But in today's modern world of social media and multiple
there is, and I think, like you say, you ask the question, you look around and go, who's the leaders in world, you know, in the football nowadays? There's not many, is there?
Yeah, well, there's different ways of leading, isn't there? You know, I look back to my playing days, and there were certain people who vocally would organise and lead the team. There were some other players who would do it by their performance. You know, Brian Robson wasn't loud on the pitch, for example, and I played with him in the England side. He wasn't loud, but the way he played, it made you play close to that level.
I think Paul Pogba has got the potential to be that.
Yeah.
If he knuckles down next season. And you know what? He's had a mixed season this year, hasn't he? So maybe next year you might see the Paul Pogba who can do that, who can be the next kind of Brian Robson, Roy Keane. That's the expectations at Man United. They want a leader. They love having a leader. The fans need someone they can call on to get the team going when they're having a bad day.
I know that you played as a captain yourself, but who for you was a good leader? How do they lead by example?
When I played Rio Ferdinand, he was just a very good organiser, and I tell you what, in the dressing room at half time, he didn't mince his words with certain players as well, if it had to be said. You know, I think a lot for me, a lot goes. I think you can take things for granted in football. It's too nice now. I liked in the dressing room, if I was in a bad time, I'd like one of my fellow teammates to actually tell me, because I think nowadays players hold grudges against each other, and it shouldn't have to be like that. You know, if you're having a bad day, sometimes the players can actually sort it out before the manager has to. And I just think it's probably not happening in this day and age, is it? But it did certainly happen in my day. And Rio was one of them who didn't let your standards drop. He always tried to keep us up there.
Yeah, and again, you know, the coach can't do everything from the touchline while the game's going on. You know, you need the players out there who are knowledgeable enough and brave enough and prepared to make decisions to sometimes change things out there themselves while the game is going
It's
on.
like football intelligence. There's not many players got that now, but they can just take it upon themselves, as Gary mentioned. Well, right, what's going wrong? Can we sort this out? We don't need the call on from the manager to sort it out. Clever players can do that. And like you say, it's just a dying breed in the modern game.